Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this. Know that I appreciate you. It is I, Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. This AC is blowing like mad, man. How about we turn it off for a minute? It is Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. It's 7:47 in the a.m. and I am headed to work. It is a sunny day, as you can tell by the sun shining on my pretty brown face. It is sunny. It is going to be another very warm day. I think our highs today will be the high 80s. We might actually touch upon 90. We touched on 90 yesterday. I don't know why there's so much broken glass right there. But there's a lot of broken glass right there. Yeah, yesterday we got to 90 and it was warm, yo. It was a little bit on the warm side. It was, yeah, it was warm. I did my walk yesterday. I'm so proud of me for doing my walk. I'm gonna try to do it again today, but if I don't, I won't beat myself up because my commitment to myself is at least 3 days a week. So I don't know if I'm going to do it today or if I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. But I brought a clean pair of socks just in case. So, just in case. So, what did you guys do last night? I didn't do very much of anything, and I mean that. I didn't do very much of anything. I actually, for the first, when I tell you that people drive like maniacs here, I mean, they drive like maniacs. For the first hour or so, if not more, of my being home, I didn't do much of anything. I relaxed because relaxing is what I needed. We did have dinner. We had a very simple, basic grilled cheese and ham sandwich with some chips on the side. I had water to wash it all down. And that was that. I did pull up the computer yesterday, and I don't, in all honesty, right now, in this moment, remember what I did on the computer. I don't. And that's not good. Because I know that let me not say I don't remember, because I worked hard on this joker and I actually meant to send it to someone this morning and forgot. I created a new journal. There was an individual in one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook asking about journals because she wants to be able to, and I may change the pages now that I think about it. She wants to be able to take notes when her spiritual teacher is teaching. She did not say her pastor, she said her spiritual teacher. So I'm guessing it's another one of the ministers in her church that she follows or is under. Maybe more like a spiritual mentor. But whatever the case, she requested if anyone had journals. And there are several people that have journals already. And my cousin has been pushing me to come up with another journal because my devotional and journal is a devotional and journal. It speaks to the fruit of the Spirit, and there are journal pages in there. But she wanted me to create a dedicated journal. So I tried that last night, and I'm going to actually, if this goes well, I'm going to actually do one for the devotional and journal focused with the scriptures for the scripture for the spirits of the fruit of the spirit as a secondary. It'll be secondary. So, but yeah, that's what I did last night, and I know that was kind of all over the place just now. For whatever reason, I could not gather my thoughts on that. So yeah, that's what I worked on. I created a new journal. It's not complete by any means. It's not complete, and I even went to different self-publishing sites to see if there was a way to create one a little bit easier than what I did, and there wasn't. So I've got to do this my way, and so that's what I did. I did it my way. But I think one of the reasons why I wasn't able to upload it last night is because I have an image on every page. It's the same image, but and the cover and the back cover are exactly the same with the exception of the words, but the pages inside have that same base image, but it's translucent, it's transparent. So I think what I'll do is take the image out and just leave words and upload and see what that looks like. I also have to get the lines in there. I don't know that I want to use lines, so I think I want to use grid. I think I want to use grid instead. I'll try both and see what happens, and maybe I'll actually end up doing both and see what happens. I'll do one line version and then one grid version, and go from there, because there are some people that actually like to write on grid versus the lines. They feel like the grid gives them more, not necessarily more space, but it gives them more structure. It gives them more structure. So maybe I'll do a gridded version and a lined version. So yeah, I've got to get those in, and then the journal will be done. I just have to publish it. But yeah, so that's what I worked on last night. And then this morning I got up thinking that, and I knew better. I knew as soon as I started, I said, Jay, you don't need to do this right now because you're going to get sucked in. And instead of you leaving this house at 7:30, you're going to end up leaving at like 7:45. And sure enough, as soon as I started, I got sucked into it. Like, okay, I got to create this folder, and I got to create that folder, and I got to do this. And then I heard my neighbor out there making a lot of noise, and I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I go to the window to see what's going on, and I realize she's on the phone. So I go back to my desk, and as I'm going back to my desk, I see that it's 7:43. I see. You told yourself not to do this because you knew what was going to happen. So that's when I said, okay, save, shut down, grab your bags, let's go. So that's why this video started at 7:47 in the a.m. because I knew when I started what I was doing that it was going to take some time. I would get sucked in. And what I was doing was, I have 2 external hard drives, and they're both full. They're both full. My second external hard drive was supposed to be for images and videos only, and I did not do that. I ended up putting some of everything on there, just like I did for the first external hard drive. And so this morning I decided, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to go out and buy another external hard drive right now. What we are going to do is use this for what it was supposed to be used for from the beginning. So I started taking the actual documents off of the external hard drive and saving them to my internal hard drive. But then I realized I needed to create folders for everything on the internal hard drive so that I had somewhere to put it instead of just randomly putting it in there. I had to have some structure. So yeah, that is what I got sucked into. and I had to stop. So now I've got to figure out how to get the grid on here though. And watching YouTube videos was not helping because the ones that I found, they didn't really talk about how to actually create one. They talked about other stuff. One in particular talked about basically her entire line of products. And I'm like, what? That ain't helping me. So that was that. With my devotional and journal, what I ended up doing was creating blocks with lines in them. So because I wanted them separated. Well, I don't want to do that for this. I don't want to do that for this. So probably what I'll have to do is there is a printing place, a block over. There's a printing place a block over. So I will go to them and ask them. Oh, okay. I can't see out of my camera, so I couldn't see how far back I was. The sun is just that bright that it's disturbing the camera view. But I'm going to go ask them when they print these things, how they do it. And maybe that'll give me some insight. Because I've got the cover done. The cover is done. The front and back cover is done. And I know what I want on the inside. I've already got that lined up. Like I said, the inside pages have the same image. It's just transparent. But I'm going to take the images out and just leave the words. But I need to know how to get the lines in there without creating boxes, and then how to get the grid in there without creating boxes. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure it out, man, so that I can get that up and done. So, all right, as you can tell, I'm at work. I may come back on, but more than likely I won't. And that's just all honesty. Unless something happens that gets me going, I probably won't come back on. So with that, I will say peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you. Yeah, I know I got a lot of stuff. I know that I don't have enough videos sitting up there right now. I promise I am working on it all. There just isn't enough time in the day. And I was talking to my CEO yesterday for the Writers Guild, and she basically said, you're going to have to break down and hire a VA. So I am going to have to break down and hire a VA. So that money has to be created somewhere so that that can happen. Good Lord. All right, I'm out.